live.
Yay.
Okay, yay. I gotta make that better. It is Wednesday at 7:04. I had a little bit of technical problems, but we're here.
I made a little Lynchburg lemonade. Like I flew in here, threw some Jack and lemonade in here.
Is that what Lynchburg lemonade is?
I guess.
I don't know what it is.
I figure it's got to be because Jack Daniels, the home of.
Okay, so there it is. Now, yes, Jack and lemonade.
Mm-hmm.
Jack and
strawberry lemonade too.
Have you ever had Jack and Ginger, which I thought was the cutest name ever? But it's just ginger ale with Jack, and it's good. It's kind of more like a winter kind of yumminess.
Yeah.
To it. Yeah.
I thought you were going to say like a ginger beer or something, but ginger ale. Yeah, I've heard of that. I've never had it.
It's really, really, really yummy. Hi, everybody. Hello. Sorry. Yeah. Me and my technical difficulties of flying in here. Yeah. It's all good now. My sweet friend, Michele Hatfield. I don't even know where to start with you.
Let's go back to 2002.
Right.
We could be here all night.
That is so true. I mean, you all have that one friend that has seen you through like everything. That's Michele. Like literally, she's seen me through everything. And all the times that I've moved and come back, and it's been awesome because a lot of times when you move as much as I have, you lose contact with those really, really sweet, special friends. And Michele has stuck with me, man.
We've stuck with each other.
We stuck with each other. We made a commitment because she's my sister, truly my sister. And we just have so much fun together. And that's what we just got off the phone. We were just chatting. Okay, would you realize we just did the exact same thing? We both just did this to our hair and flipped it. Like we literally are like kind of, Michelle's husband will see us together and be like, Jesus, like we do a lot of the same things. It's like we are sisters. Okay, Michele, where did we meet?
Well, you met my family before you met me, and that was the day of my wedding.
Yeah.
The 27th of April, we always say, because that's what our sweet Southern minister wrote on the paperwork. April. April.
Are you serious? That's how you wrote it on the paperwork?
That's on the paperwork from our minister. Yeah. So we always say that's our loophole.
That's your loophole. Just in case,
Just in case, that's the loophole. Because
we have a loophole. Okay, always have to have a plan B, right?
Yeah.
That's funny. April.
I don't know. I mean, was it just coming knocking on the door?
I think it was. So we had just moved into Darby Place.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And we just moved into the house. And you lived across the street, and all the festivities were happening at your house because it was your rehearsal or your reception, or which was it?
Shoot, I don't know. That was a blur to me. So
right. Well, I mean, at that point in time, you were the bride. So all that was going down.
Yeah. I mean, the rehearsal was Friday, wedding was Saturday. I was sick as a dog by Sunday, and on my honeymoon by Monday. I recovered in LA. I think I had the flu. Like within 24 hours of our wedding, I recovered in LA, and then we went on to Tahiti.
Oh my gosh. I mean, and that was 20 years ago.
Yeah. Well, 21 now.
21 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Because your mom came, as we were moving in, your mom and dad came across the street, and I met them first. Yep. And then I saw you from a distance. I'm like, I won't bug her. It's her freaking wedding. Too funny. And then, so Nicholas was just a year at that point.
He was.
And then
saw his first steps.
You saw his first steps. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that's when Nicholas had some crazy brain, had a brain tumor, and there was all sorts of crazy going on there. And you saw me through that. Mm-hmm. And then we're going for a walk. We walked our neighborhood a lot at Darby Place. And I was like, Michele, I think I'm pregnant. And you were like, what? I'm like, I know. No, you can't be. No, I think I am. And sure enough, Sarah Grace.
Yeah. And just a few months later, Cameron.
A few months later, and then Cameron. And we used to, when Michelle was in labor with her first, I was over there. I'm like, all right, you
I
need to sit
didn't
on
know
a
I
trash
was
bag.
in labor.
You're right. I'm like, you are in labor. You need to sit on a trash bag, yelling at her husband, Chris, move it, move it, move it.
You had to come over and count contractions.
I did.
Because I didn't know. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah.
Yep.
Call the hospital.
It's time.
My mom was here.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that was fun. That was fun. And then I had to move, and then that wasn't fun because then like we went through a drought. I didn't get to see you, and then Tyler was born, and I got to visit, and then we moved again.
I came to see you in North Carolina because I was super pregnant.
Yes, that's right.
Super pregnant. And I remember opening your door opening, and William just wham, big old hug, like almost knocked the pregnant lady down.
Knocked Miss Michelle right over. Well, the best part was like when we were across the street from each other, like we had each other's back. Like, you know, my kids were all allergic to peanuts, but Shelby wasn't. And so it was
peanut butter
go
and
to
jelly.
Miss Michelle and get the peanut butter and jelly. Go see Miss Michelle. It was always, okay, we don't know what to do. Go see Miss Michelle.
Or I remember seeing you like O.J. Simpson across yards because somebody had a blue sweet tart at a birthday party.
Oh my God.
And it's like, we got to go to the ER. I got the kids. We're good.
Yeah, we did.
You know?
We literally ran the world at that point. When all the kids were little, it was just tag teaming. And I loved our little signals in the middle of the night when we needed each other and we didn't want to wake each other up. We would just flash the porch light. And if the porch light flashed back, we could call each other.
Yeah. Well, you know, I was thinking about it when you asked me to do this. So I was thinking about that because Cameron, of course, was my first, and you were pregnant with number 4 or had her already at that time. So you were my expert. But it's interesting that we've known each other for so long, you know, decades here. And there are many times when I refer back to moments like that, or moments where it's like, got to call in the expert or something, or, you know, whether it's, I can't get my kid to sleep. I don't know if I'm in labor. This baby won't sleep. Let me flash my, you know, whatever. And you have been some very significant benchmarks through this journey. And there's often times that I circle back to that. I told you about one earlier and can't even remember what that was now. I was remembering something that you had said, and it's like, okay, you know, like it just kind of recenters you. And yeah.
I think that's what we do for each other because we've known each other and we've seen each other kind of growing up together with, you know, marriage and kids and family and all the things that go with friendships that come and go in different phases in our life. And you have been a constant for me. And your family has been, and our families are like that. Like Michelle and I's family, like she texts my mom, I talk to her mom. Like we have this really cool family connection, and that is super, super rare and super, super special. And
it's interesting because, you know, we've known each other for so long, and although we don't necessarily like do like, as far as work is concerned, we're not in the same business. We don't do business together. We live our very independent lives, but there is always this very foundational connection. And I was thinking of it, it's like, you're my touchstone. You really are. It's like, I can always go back to you.
Yeah.
Because you are part of my foundation. You really are.
Aww. Yeah. I mean, you truly are my arrow that points north. I mean, that the same thing for me is when things get weird, I can call you and you're like, yeah, no, you're doing it again. No. You're doing it. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. You know me better than I know me. Okay. Yeah. And then we can take some
brain in check.
Right. And we can take some really fun trips together.
We can. We have a lot of miles.
we have done a lot of miles, and I have to talk about the was it 2 spring breaks ago? Yeah, because it was when Sarah Grace was graduating.
Yeah.
And we went to see my parents in Fort Myers. And then William was with us and Sarah Grace. And then we jumped on the Key West Express. And it was it's really cool boat that takes you from Fort Myers straight into Key West. We wore out the kids. Like,
yeah, we did.
They went back to the hotel and we were like, bye.
Freedom.
We did so much fun. It was, and I think that's what's super cool is we can get down to business and then we know how to go into, what was it? Shots and giggles?
Shots and giggles. Yeah.
Mermaid water. That was our theme. We found our favorite bar and just kept going back. That was a good trip. I think now Key West is one of my favorite places to go.
Yeah. Well, I recommended it to a friend of mine and she ended up doing that for her honeymoon this time last year.
That's right.
She loved it, stayed at the same place.
Yeah.
Went all to the same places, and the bike ride, that was awesome. All of it was.
The bike ride was so good. We did the bike ride and then we walked and then I died and then I was done.
Yeah, you need to have some good shoes.
I was like, and I think we got back to the hotel and I just walked straight into the pool. I had my hat on and everything. I'm just like walked straight into the pool. I was like, I'm just going to float here a minute.
Yeah.
I'm toast. That was so much fun. It was so much fun. So what I think what's cool about us too, is that your friends become my friends become your friends. And when it comes to like the tribe that we're talking about, like Becca, I introduced you to Becca and you, I want you to try to explain what your position is and how you got to where you're at. And then how we kind of bounce things off each other, even though we're in separate industries.
Yeah, we're in separate industries, but we're in industries that overlap for sure.
Absolutely.
Yes. I mean, I originally did interior design. I did that for about 10 years after graduating with a degree in interior design. And then a good friend of mine who worked for a wall covering design and manufacturing company needed a showroom manager, and I needed more stable hours, or more like manageable hours, not 80 hours plus and whatever. So I raised my hand and I helped this company open up their showroom at the Atlanta Decorative Arts Center, and I've been there. I just hit 23 years. So even though I don't necessarily practice interior design, I work with interior designers every day and use that same skill set to help them with their projects. In fact, that's why I was flying in here by the seat of my pants. I had a designer up from Savannah that needed to swap out a wall covering. I was doing a lot of that today, helping people find replacements for things that are out of stock, too much money, or whatever. And so, I mean, they trust me to do that. I can walk and chew gum at the same time and pick a color. So I do it all for them. And yeah.
Yeah. So your skill set, when I see you in action in ADAC, you know your product line so well. And Michelle has been on Mind Wednesday before talking about wall coverings and different things like that. This isn't wallpaper. We're not talking about wallpaper. This is like actually like thin layers of shell cut and then put onto wall covering in design houses. I mean, this is, oh my gosh, what was the one that was in, was it, who had the picture of herself?
Oh, Nene.
I mean, this is the stuff that Miss Michelle gets to do.
She, we did a custom wall covering for her bar or lounge over it's up in, I think, Buford, or I don't know, Sugarloaf Parkway, wherever that is, over off of 85. And the Lanithia Lounge. And she wanted images of herself on the wall. So we helped her create digital artwork of herself and turn it into wall covering and put it on the wall for her lounge.
It was stunning. Yeah. It was like ridiculously cool. And all the designs for that. Okay. It was. So that's what my Miss Michelle gets to do. She just like talks to the people. And
fun fact, I just had an order last week I don't know who it was for, but it was 600 yards of a wall covering for a residence.
600.
600 yards, and it was for this person's personal home basketball gym and car garage.
What? 600 yards for the basketball gym and the car garage. What'd it look like?
It's, it's a simple wood grain, but it's printed on vinyl.
Okay.
That's
cool. Then you can only start guessing. So who was it?
Yeah.
600 yards and basketball and cars.
Mm-hmm.
Now
we have a lot of people that shop ADAC. I mean, everybody from Tyler Perry to Steve Harvey to, of course, Nene Leakes. I met T.I. I mean, just a variety of people that will come in. I mean, mostly I deal with the designers, but occasionally others will come in. There used to be an Atlanta Hawk that loved to tap into his inner designer. And I mean, 7 foot tall basketball player coming in and shopping for wall covering for basically his family compound. Yeah, it's fun. I meet a lot of interesting people. That's probably one of the more fun parts of the job is when people come in and just interacting and chatting and finding out about the projects and the people behind them. And I love the problem solving aspect of it. We need, they'll give me criteria and I just help them navigate through our products and connect them with installers. I've kind of built up a relationship with a lot of installers over the years, and I can talk the talk. So people, I guess they trust me. I've built up trust for 3 years.
They 100% trust you. Yeah. And you have such an amazing eye. I always get to be your +1 when we go to design houses and different things. And to see the show house and to see how it's incorporated and how everything comes together. And Brett went with us this past time for the Christmas show house.
And all the ladies loved him.
Oh, all the ladies just adored Brett. I mean, come on. I was like, I hope you have your business cards with you, sir, because wow. Yeah. It was really fun.
In the rain.
We're in the rain.
Yeah.
We were good with all the and then I think the next day the whole thing got shut down.
It did. Within 24, 48 hours, the whole thing got shut down, made the news, the whole nine.
The neighbors were ticked off.
Yeah.
Ticked off. So I want to know and I know all these answers, but when you talk to other women and we talk about friendships and we talk about, I wish I would have known moments. Talk to me about that, about women and friends.
I was thinking of it on my commute home. And it's funny, somebody brought up on the radio this morning about friends and friendships that last, or maybe some that go away. Hi, Becca.
Hi, babe.
Hey, I called Tanya this morning.
See, with the connections.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sarah has helped me out with stuff for remember the little
yes,
keychains that she made for me for my sousaphone players.
Oh, your sousaflutes, yes.
Yeah, my sousaflutes. Yeah. No, the person on the radio this morning was talking about friendships, and you go through different, I guess, seasons of your life, and you garnish these different friendships, and some kind of stay through the different seasons, and some come and go, and just depending on the different things that are going on in your life. And I know through, like, now with my kids being in high school and being in marching band and wrestling and all this stuff, like, there's another layer of friendships out there, and those friendships become connections, and those connections lead to whatever. I mean, we're putting kids on insurance policies right now, and I happen to become friends with somebody that is an insurance broker. I mean, you never know where those friendships are going to come. Becca helped me out. I think it was a year ago. She helped me out. At the last minute, she came in and did a beautiful, display in my showroom for an open house. I mean, I would never have known Becca if those connections. And I just think that helps. I don't know, building your network and supporting each other and supporting each other's businesses. And I just think it just exponentially just keeps growing. And it's a really good thing. It really is.
I completely agree. I think what's cool as far as women and friendships is, okay, not to trash on our men at all, but like when men do things, they're always looking outwards. They're looking at what's coming, what to do. They're very tactical. They're like A to B to C to like, what's the bottom line? And women look at each other. We look at each other. We look into each other's eyes. We want to make sure, are you good?
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not, how can I help you? And
Mhm.
that's your base.
Yeah.
And then from there, you build on business or connections, or how can I help you do this? But we are very much in tune with each other first.
Mhm.
And I sometimes feel like men are looking outward at what's next.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of sums up why it's so incredibly cool to work with friends
Mhm.
and then bring friends together who become friends. And then within that, become allies in business and resources. And it just is this incredibly cool snowball effect of support that
Mhm.
is super strong and organic. And I don't know about you, but I have not had a catty woman in my life in a very long time because I don't allow it.
Right. Well, again, going back to my touchstone, you helped me figure out that I don't need things like that. I think through conversations that we have, we figure out what we need to. I've been saying this a lot lately, and I think it's coming with age, but this I got from you, the whole bless and release.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that is my mantra. I actually used it the other day. I was at a sales call with these wonderful ladies off the Marietta Square, and I was talking about like cleaning house with product. I'm like, sometimes you just have to learn to bless and release. That is a Joni Bates. I'm like, that has been really my mantra lately. And yeah, you learn so much by those connections, by those friendships. I had lunch with a friend today who I have known since, gosh, I think I was pregnant with Tyler or shortly before that. And she and I had our kids at the same time, like within a month of each other. And my youngest and her oldest. And she used to work in the building with me, but now has, taken a leap of faith and stepped outside of the building and is now independent sales rep for something. But we come back together because we know each other and we trust each other and we collaborate on contacts. And we just did a sales trip to Birmingham and just kind of work off of each other. And, do you know this person or do you, and it's just, I don't know, it's very successful having those.
Well, I think you summed it up because you have a history,
Yeah.
and there's trust there.
Yeah.
And it's very rewarding
Mhm.
and comforting
Mhm.
to get rid of that whole layer and just be able to dive right in.
Yes.
And to have someone, and I know who you're talking about, so to have someone like her so that you could, like, me, there's no pretense,
Mhm.
let's go.
Mhm.
And boy, you can get stuff done.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. The efficiency, the speed, and like anyone ever said, we've said this so many times. If you need something to get done, get a mom.
Yeah. Oh gosh, yes. Multitasking at its best.
Oh, and then I have to brag on you because Michelle has two amazing boys, and she is the mom with. You have done so much with your children. Both of them are Eagle Scouts, and not without challenges about different IEPs and doing all the things, but you are known at the school. You are in there.
Oh, you sat in on IEP meeting? Oh, talk about touchstone. You were my guiding force through all of that. And you sat at the round table with me.
Well, and it was a privilege
I had to bring in the troops to fight the good fight.
We needed some guns at that IEP meeting, and
we brought them.
We brought the guns.
We did.
Yeah. And I'm just, and now you're getting into a different season because Cam's graduating.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Mm-hmm.
And Tyler's in high school, And so now you have this newfound freedom.
It's on the horizon. Yeah. It's great.
Yeah. And yet you still do it all. You still take care of the community. There's no kid in band with Tyler. There's no kid at the school with wrestling that will ever not need it. If they need something, a ride home, you're there. I mean, you are just you catch people.
I'm so glad you said that. So I was thinking of that earlier today too. I was thinking about our friendship. And again, there's decades under our belts. And I was trying to think of a description for our friendship, and that is exactly it. So we have, come and gone, different homes, whatever. I mean, I've been here, but you've moved, and just different chapters. We've gone through so many chapters, whether together or separate.
Mm-hmm.
And it has never mattered where we were at any point in time. The way I see it, because I'm a visual person, I always see that those hands are out. And those hands are out to either catch each other, pat each other on the back, throw your hands up and cheer, give a hug, whatever is needed. I mean, we have sat in hospital rooms. We have sat, called each other from the roadside. We just got in a wreck. Can you come get my kids? I walked many miles around neighborhoods just to de-stress. We have driven miles to beaches and wherever. And I don't know. I mean, we always say the Thelma and Louise thing, but I think we've now graduated to Grace and Frankie.
I think we are.
But it really, what's so funny is I just saw them. I saw Lily Tomlin and Jane Fonda in an interview recently. I think we are the Lily and Jane, because they were describing their friendship. I guess I didn't realize how far back their friendship goes. Decades upon decades of friendship. And, they have gone through so many things, but yet that was the steady. That was the foundation that was always there. And for me, that is you.
Oh.
So
likewise. I mean, truly, a love fest, because so I don't think a lot of people know my story, but some don't. There have been some really, really touch and go times with my husband's health. And we had a real bad episode last February, and we were heart attack in the hospital, all the things. And I had a moment when I was in the hospital where I just had to get out of the hospital. I literally needed to find an exit, and the exit, we're in Kennesaw. So we're at Kennestone, and I went out the back door of the hospital. I don't even know if it was a real exit. And I just started walking, and I'm on the phone with Michelle, and I'm walking towards St. Joe's. It's always a church and me we have an interesting relationship. So I'm walking towards St. Joe's, and I'm sobbing. Michelle, this is it. I'm going to be alone. I'm going to be alone. And what you said to me is, you will never be alone. You will never be alone. And then I found myself in a garden at St. Joe's, and I'm standing there. I'm like,
wasn't just any garden.
I'm in a really pretty garden right now. And then I start looking around, and I just start cussing, because I realize I'm in a memory labyrinth, and it's basically all the people who have died, and people have left little trinkets next to their name. And I was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. So we went from in 20 minutes, complete sobbing, complete despair. Wait a minute, I'm in a beautiful garden. Wait, I'm in a memory garden. I gotta go. And the whole time, Michelle's just super calm on the phone with me.
Bringing you clothes, bringing you food,
brought me food, brought me coffee the next morning. I wore her clothes for probably 48 hours. And I was like, I really like this hat.
I have a size 10 foot that you don't ever fit into, but you still wore my shoes.
It absolutely worked for me. And it was, so that is, when someone talks about ride or die, there's no other ride or die for me. Thank you. And so
falling asleep on the beach until the people walking by wake us up before the waves come up.
We were sound asleep on the beach. I mean, we were just enjoying, and we're on the beach laying right next to each other. And before you know, these ladies are running up, wake up, wake up. Too late. The tide had come in and just whoosh. It's a good time. It was a good time.
You getting in trouble in the cathedral in Savannah? during COVID, wanting to touch the holy water.
During COVID, and I go dipping into the holy water, and oh my God, seriously, we had to run because a girl was about to get in some serious, not just nun trouble, but like big trouble. Oh yeah, we have some fun.
Yeah.
That is great.
Oh, we do.
We
And
do.
I love that you're always there for my family, and you know that I am always there for yours. Absolutely. Anytime.
Well, and it crosses
Dorm rooms, hospital rooms, searching kids' bedrooms after a shot of whiskey.
Sometimes I feel like I need to just apologize to you because all the times I've been like, all right, so this is what we're going to do. And by the way, I'm going to be in the back seat, sick as a dog, and you're going to drive home. I don't know. It might be 9 hours, but I'm dead.
We need to go search a kid's room. Let's take a shot of Jack and go.
We need to go see if there's any contraband in the children's room. Are you ready? Yep, let's go.
Some of the times I love too is just spending time. We were stocking the freezers and throwing Jameson in pot pies.
We were. We had we do some cooking things. We got together and we made pies, and it wasn't just apple pies. We made pot pies. I think that was the best one. That beef.
Lasagna, lots of lasagna. Aaron's friends were coming.
Yep, they were coming, and so we did a massive cooking, and boy, those lasagnas did not last. Man, we need to do that again. Well, I love you so much, and I had to make sure that you were the anchor to my month-long of Tribe, because that's what you are for me. You are my anchor.
Thank you. Likewise.
And the part that's amazing, and I hate it, but I also love it, is that we can go a while without talking, without seeing, and it's a drought, and I feel the drought, but we are always right back there.
Oh yeah, I love that. Not skipping a beat. Yeah,
not skipping it. Well, and happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
You had a birthday last week, and like I said, here's your gifts. Here's smelly soaps for you. And I love you.
Love you too.
We got, wait, someone said something. What are they saying? Hello. Amazing women right here. Love you, Denise.
I swear I know Denise from somewhere. I don't know where, but I just know her. I don't know how or why.
Maybe she's like my spirit. She's the other side of my brain. Like I literally can't function in real estate without Denise. She knows it. She absolutely knows it. And you know what? You're the second person, because Tanya was here. I was not on last week because I got a bad case of the shingles. If anyone wants to wish something on an enemy, that's what to wish on them. Shingles suck. But Tanya was here and brought me dinner and did all the Tribe things. And Denise was here and was like, do we know each other? I'm like, see, everybody knows Denise.
Yeah.
Everybody does. All right, my friend. I will see you soon so we can celebrate appropriately for your birthday. Love you.
Love you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.